Some time ago, I decided to put together a setup at my parents' house, which is in the countryside, and the last thing I did to it was put in a new case, which I managed to buy for $100. The only issue now is that the room doesn't match the PC, even though I like it. It just has a few problems, mainly that it's really small. The small table with the computer takes up a lot of space, plus the bed, which isn't great, but let's pretend it is, and some boxes of supplies. That nearly fills the whole area. Privacy is limited since the kitchen is right behind this door, making it noisy. Also, there's no window. Man, there are only these ventilation blocks. I don't know what you call them, but I know them as combo go. I even thought about renovating this room, but then I had another idea, which was to use the old room my mom used for sewing. Today, this room has basically become our storage room because we were only using it to keep things we don't want to throw away. And my dad also keeps the animal feed for the animals he raises here. I've already gotten permission to keep this room. Now I just need to turn it into a gaming room or something like that. Well, the main heavy lifting will be is finding a place to put all this stuff. There are boxes, the old fan that's here again, my bike can even stay here. Maybe this is where my dad keeps animal feed. In a way, we're starting with a problem because we need a place to put all that stuff. In theory, we already have a place. My dad basically built a house just for that, but it's not finished yet. We need to do the flooring, and that's why we went out to buy materials. The main thing is cement, which we'll have to transport by motorcycle, and it's heavy. Exactly, man. Now I'll be able to show my skills as a construction helper. Obviously, we needed to make the concrete mix. It uses cement, sand, and gravel, which I don't know if everyone knows by that name, but it's crushed stone. It's actually kind of fun to do, but it was one of the most tiring parts. When I finished this, I had to go to sleep. The bad thing about making the floor is that it needs a lot of concrete mix. The floor is done. Now we just need to move everything from the other room here. The room is now completely empty. It still doesn't look good and we won't fix everything. The only positive is it has a window, though it's a mediocre one. This is going to be the new window we're going to put in the room. It's a sliding window. I think the frame is aluminum. I'm not really sure about the material, man. It must be tempered glass. I'll need my dad's help with the installation, but he hasn't installed this type of window before either. Well, to replace the window, the steps are going to be taking out the old window and breaking the wall. My dad made some cuts with the grinder to make it easier. Next, we'll finish up and install the new window. We think it'll look good, but I'm not sure how it'll actually turn out. Alright, we've pretty much finished the first part of the window, which was breaking the wall and removing that old window. We just did a bit of finishing so we could put the window in place. Look, it's level. It's so good. It's a new day and we've pretty much finished the window. So how does it look? I still haven't opened it because it's about to be 48 hours since we put the cement in. We don't know if the application method was the best, but apparently it worked. I'm still scared to remove the locks from the window since it's only been a short time. The room still looks pretty bad, but the lighting is much better. This is the outside. We can hardly see inside, man. The mess will be cleaned up. It's just spilled cement. My dad also reinforced it here because this wall looked like it was starting to crack. This room was added after the house, so its structure is different. Still, the window looks amazing from outside. My dad finished it with polished cement and it turned out great. Now that we've finished the hardest part, this room has a lot of echo, so I'll try to speak quietly. The next thing we need to do is bring the whole setup in here. Now we just need to get a table. I could even take this table over there. But like I said before, it's pretty small. And for me, the most annoying problem is that I secured it with angle brackets and shelf brackets, and I can't move it, man, anywhere. Since that room will be bigger, I'll use the space better, so I'm considering building a table myself. Just look at these prices. Iron base for a table, 550, 557 rees, 2 reinforced legs, 140, 144. Here it's cheap. Then if we were to buy, I don't know, even a door slab to use as a tabletop, 229, 175, 229, 175, 115. It's not that expensive, but it's in the middle of nowhere and nothing delivers here. Here's my template. This is the template for the table. The legs will form kind of an A shape. It's like the letter A on both sides, and I'm going to put 2 crossbars. Actually, what we're going to build is just the base. We're going to build the base of the table, and I'll also need a tabletop. I think the ideal would be a door slab because it's easier to get. It's cheap too. Actually, I wanted to get the tabletop for free. I just don't know if that's going to be possible. As for the wood for our beautiful base, we're going to have to look for it in the brush. There's just brush here, so we'll definitely find something. We just need to find good wood, which is tough. But I bought something earlier to help us. Man, this is really cool. According to the ad, this cuts wood easily. The handle is awesome. We're going to find out if it's any good now, right now. Yeah. 4. No. This stick is gorgeous, right, dude? Hi. You can cut right here and then fix it over there, can't you? Now we're going to test the handsaw. You can leave it there, see? You love it, right? Just need more. I'll keep an eye on the bushes because a fox might show up. If a fox appears, we can't show it because of Ibama. But remember, they're not normal foxes. They're foxes with rabid foxes, crazy foxes. It's like a werewolf. That's why we have to stay alert. The worst part is that it's so dark. But it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay because I have a handsaw and a spear. Wow, look at this beautiful wood, man. My dad went to get some bark over there, and it's full of mosquitoes. Get off, bug. Should I be doing something while I wait? All the wood I think is good. My dad says is bad. Looks like someone is coming. Oh. You found more, huh? There. Hold on, it's 4 for the legs. 2 are long. I'm struggling to think, probably because I'm in the woods. Medicinal barks. I'd better stay alert around here because it's getting darker and darker, and the chances of the fox showing up increase, right? I hope it doesn't happen because I don't want it to. I don't want any incidents to happen. Brazil versus Scotland is on soon, but we'll get home in time. Bro, the old man left me behind, man. He wants to do everything by himself. Can a fox climb a tree? Can it? Because if that's the case, I think, can it? I know how to climb. My saw is itching to be used. Damn, I think this is good wood, but it's crooked. It's more crooked than the saw. He's handling everything alone and telling me to wait. That looks like a fox's den, but I doubt it is. Shoot, Are you crazy? No, wow, this one really wore me out, man. I'm weak. No, it already came loose. Phew, good. I started on the diagonal. I finished horizontally. Now it's good, it's good. It's getting dark. It's getting darker and darker. And I went, oh, go straight ahead. No, I'm not going to go through. I punctured my hand. Go. This is all the wood we managed to get. And it's beautiful, man. Look at this, bro. This is crazy. But we can't leave it like this. We have to remove the bark. Because if we don't, they'll dry out. It'll look ugly later. And I think it also helps with drying. Another thing I think is necessary is to let this wood rest for at least a week, so it loses some of its moisture. But I'm not going to wait. It'll have to work out this way. I just need to spend a few hours peeling the bark off the wood. On my forehead, go sleep on it. Come on guys, what's the problem? Before continuing to build the base for the table, I needed to go buy some parts that would be necessary. Just some screws, nuts, and that kind of thing. And we managed to solve our biggest problem, which was finding a tabletop for our table. My aunt wanted to get rid of an old door, but luckily she didn't burn it and it's still intact. It may seem odd we're going through the woods, but it's a shortcut. And of course the door isn't going to be in the best condition, but just the fact that it's a door is already really good. Alright, this is gonna be the top of our table, and it has a lot of imperfections. This part here is kind of peeling like the outer layer or something. And this door had a lock, so it has these holes. But it was the best tabletop we could get. I think we can fix that. And remember, this table is going to cost us practically 0 raise. Alright, we already have all the materials for the table base. Everything's been stripped and we lightly sanded it since we'll need to sand it again later. Now comes the tricky part, which is making all the markings, measurements, and making the cuts. We're going to have to be precise with this. Well, I found this sander. It's an angle grinder. I found it online, really cheap. Since my father already wanted one and it might be useful for me, I ended up buying it. I'm going to open it now because it could be useful. And cutting this for metal too. Why so many? Protective base, handle. Look. This saw isn't really recommended for wood. I wanted to use it, but it seems dangerous, so I'll avoid it. Alright, we already have our wood cut. I didn't use the hand saw for everything, not because I couldn't, but because we chose a different method. With the circular saw, I wasn't the one who made the cut, it was my dad. I don't really like using the circular saw, and the blade was really bad. That's why they're burned like this, but they're cut. We still need to check if we can make this a table. We pretty much have all the pieces for the table already, but now we're going to need to make a lot of markings and it's going to be kind of like fitting the pieces together, fitting the wood. I talk like I know everything, but I have no clue if this will work. At least the wooden pieces look good and I brought a tape measure. I think we need the drill to screw all the wood pieces together. Wait, that sounded wrong. No, really, we're screwing the wood pieces together. There are also these 2 bags which have drill bits, screws, and nuts too. Yeah, as far as I know, it's square, right? This right here, look, this is going to be the shape of each leg. It's kind of like a square A. I'm a bit worried about moving on to the next steps and forgetting something and then the table turns out bad or something. But I think it's going to work out, man. I just have to do it. And on them, careful. Now we managed to at least make these cutouts here look so we can fit them in. Man, this one was a lot of work. I thought it was going to be easy, but it really wasn't. Now we just need to make the holes to put the screws in and also finish this part here. That's it. I'll make the holes. Wow, this is so much work. This is crazy, man. I didn't expect this. I'm almost regretting it, but at least the table's free. We've already drilled the holes. I made the holes with a smaller, thinner drill bit, and then I used the thicker one because we need to put screws through here. I've already done this on both parts, which will basically be one side of the table and the other side. Now we're going to use this here. I bought this before. There are nuts too, because I didn't get any. They're nuts, washers, and screws. I messed up and only bought enough washers for one side, though both sides would have been better. Anyway, it won't be a problem. We're missing these two crossbars, this bigger piece of wood, and this other bigger piece of wood here too. They'll connect each side. Well, now we're going to assemble it. We're going to look forward, 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 forward. Well, the base of the table is coming along pretty well. We've pretty much finished it. This part is already drilled. This is going to be kind of like the crossbars of the table. These here will be the sides, which are the legs. Yeah, you can probably see that they're really crooked. Look at this, look at that, man. It's really crooked, dude. We're hoping that it'll get better when we put all the pieces together. Let's see if that's possible. Let's see if it's possible. After a lot of work, the table is reasonably finished. We weren't going to attach the door right away because we were afraid the legs would end up a bit crooked, so we put it in place first. The tabletop isn't loose. We secured it with these metal brackets and screws, and clearly the table didn't turn out perfect. I think I was kind of crazy to believe the table would be straight with warped wood. This side didn't turn out very well. If you look at it straight on, you can see it's not perfectly aligned. Now the left side of the table looks much better, but there's also the other side. This wood is really strong and the table is very stable. Look, it barely moves even when you shake it. It stays stable on the floor. And you also have to consider the size because this door is 2.1 meters by 80 centimeters. It's spacious enough for us to lie down and sleep. Wow, there's a small nail here. I realized that I need to wipe the table. This wood is here to make sure it doesn't bend because the wood is still green. We can say it's pretty functional. We've been working on this for 2 days. Just a reminder, it took me, my brother, my dad, and sometimes my mom. That's why I'll leave it like this. We'll finish it in another video and I won't give many spoilers since you'll see. Now what I need to do is clean the room and bring the computer here. Bye-bye. I said we were going to start with the PC, but there are some things here, most of which I bought a long time ago, already thinking about this setup with the new desk. One of them was the cheapest monitor arm I found, Nimbus 110. It cost 80 Rs and I bought it on Shopee. I'm already tired of saying that name. It's meant to be a basic stand, but I think it'll help a lot. I hope the room doesn't have too much echo. First part of the arm, it's not that sturdy, but it's relatively heavy. Nimbus 110, it looks pretty nice. This part here is basically the one that holds the monitor, the piece that attaches the monitor, the part that goes on the desk, screws, washers, and Allen key. This is the clamp we're going to use. I have faith that this desk won't break. I think it's strong enough to hold it. Now it's a door, right? Too bad the strongest side is this one here. I'll have to be careful with the other side. Careful because there's the door latch. But here it's really strong, man. Here are all the pieces. I'll try to assemble it as quickly as possible. But what is it? I didn't need to assemble it this way. I should have put the base on the table first, then added the rest. I've done everything. I attached the clamp to the stand. Now I'll just put it on the table. The The stand is set up. I made some adjustments, but I'm not sure they worked. I'll need to put the monitor on to check. These simpler stands have really weird adjustments. This one was 80 bucks, so I imagine it's worse, but who knows, right? For the price I paid, I guess I can't really complain. I'm gonna get the monitor and the PC too. Well, I'm having some technical problems. I'm tightening these screws here on the stand. It's already as tight as it can go and it's still loose. Although I didn't put the washers on. These here. I never use these, man. I'll put them on to see if it gets better. Man, there we go. It took a bit of work for me to adjust this monitor. I was even afraid I might break the poor thing. This adjustment here that makes the arm go down depends a bit on the weight of the monitor, and I had to loosen it as much as possible so it would stay in place. Otherwise it kept going up by itself. It's already getting close to nightfall. Man, it's looking good. I'm still gonna have to make some modifications to the PC. I'm just not sure I'll have enough time, man. I'm going to have to take a break. I think I'll only be able to continue at night. Yeah, now it's already night, but I want to get as much done as possible today. There won't be much new stuff for the computer here because we already put in a new case in the last video. It was really cheap but made a huge difference in appearance. It's crazy how good it looks. But what I brought isn't this card. This is just a box I use for all my graphics cards. Whoa, this isn't a new graphics card actually, it's the card I use in my main PC. It's a GTX 1060 with 6GB. I didn't want to spend money on a so-so graphics card, so I decided to bring this one from my house, and I don't know what I'm going to do with my main PC over there. Maybe I'll buy another card later, but right now I don't have the money for that. So what's going to happen is that we're going to stop using the integrated graphics and start using this graphics card. I didn't explain, but I changed this PC's processor because my brother got another processor, and I'm going to take his old processor. And man, you can actually put the graphics card in without removing the motherboard. I think I'm going to try to do that. Yeah, that's better. I didn't show it, but outside all you can see is the light coming from this room. Just darkness, man. I've already made some necessary adjustments to the PC. We just need to put the graphics card in place, and I hope there won't be any problems. I don't think there will be. I should have cleaned it a bit, man. It's staying like this for now because it's late and I'm tired. Picked up a few other things from there too. Done. The graphics card installation is finished. I didn't worry too much about the cables. I don't have the patience, man, to mess with this PC. My power supply has 450 watts. Normally it should be a little stronger. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think it's fine. I still have to connect the rest of the peripherals to the setup, but I'm turning it on now to check if it displays video. I hope it works, since I don't want to do anything else. Alright, everything's connected now. Both the monitor and the computer are powered. I'm going to press the power button. If it displays video, it means the graphics card worked. Yeah, I already know why I'm not getting a display, man. I plugged the HDMI cable into the motherboard, not the graphics card. Plugging it in now will work. I turned it on. Maybe I need to restart the PC, right? Come on, monitor, show video, show video, show video, show video. Oh, damn. Wait, hold on, something's wrong. New CPU installed. It's because, like I said, I just changed the processor. Now the processor is a Ryzen 5 2600. It's second generation, but in terms of processing, it's way better than the one that was here before, so that's all good. I'll just need a keyboard to get it to turn on. For now, everything's fine. Well, I'll try to get the setup pretty much ready, and I'll go ahead and connect most of the peripherals. And the mousepad we were using was this one here. It's an old mouse and mousepad, really small, really ugly. To match the new desk, I bought a new mouse and mousepad. I bought it on AliExpress, took advantage of it, because the import taxes seem like they're going to be lower for about 4 months. So I bought this mousepad. I'm pretty sure it was 90 rays, bye-bye. Here's the new mouse and mousepad. And like I said, usually these mousepads used to cost about 100 Rs on AliExpress. And after the tax went up, some of them were going for almost 150, so I think I got it for cheap. The dimensions are 90 by 40, but it's a little thinner than usual. From the quality I can feel here, I didn't think it was bad at all. Actually, I thought it was really good. Some versions looked even nicer, especially the white ones, but I chose the black one since the white would get dirty quickly. Alright, peripherals in place. I only set them up because they're the same ones we've been using. This keyboard is the TH40 from Apple Maker. It's a 40% keyboard. I've been using it for a while now, man. It's tiny. The mouse is the AOC GM500. And the PC doesn't have internet, and the resolution is messed up because we need to install the graphics card drivers. Oh, and there's something important missing from this setup, but it's a lamp. I'm seriously thinking about sleeping in this room. And when we turn off this light here, the regular light, it's pitch black in this room. It gets literally completely dark. So this lamp here is gonna save me. I'm leaving everything for tomorrow since it's so late. Honestly, I'm considering sleeping here and putting a mattress down. After a lot of work, this is the result of the setup and the room. But today was kind of just the first part. The room overall is empty. Only the setup is here for now. I don't think I'll be sleeping here unless it's in a hammock. I could even bring the mattress like I did yesterday. But I don't know if I'm going to put a bed here. There's still a lot to do, like maybe working on the walls. For example, the desk isn't really finished yet. There are still a few things for us to fix, but we can already enjoy it a lot. The window took a lot of work but turned out great, giving the room a new vibe. I organized the cables pretty well. It's acceptable now. The only issue is the PC outlet. I couldn't hide it since I didn't buy a cable duct. I might move this outlet elsewhere since the cables are down there. The desk is completely handmade from wood and turned out better than I expected. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect. Maybe things would go wrong, but it worked out. I really thought I was gonna do it pretty much by myself, but if it weren't for my dad, this desk still wouldn't be ready. I think it would have taken me a month to do this. I still haven't tested any games after I installed the graphics card, mainly because of the internet, man. That's always a problem here. I can't download games very fast. I can download them, but it takes a long time. Now, with the new old graphics card and the upgraded processor, performance should be much better. I downloaded Neo, a game I really wanted to play. I'm still not done with it. You might have noticed there's no internet cable back there. It's up top. I unplugged it because it looked ugly and I couldn't organize it. One thing I never really understood is why all the houses here in the countryside have these split doors, man. I don't know if I think that's very nice, you know? The lock is this kind here. If I'm not mistaken, it's called a surface-mounted lock around here. I can only open and close it with the key. And the doors are split, you know? Like halfway like this, man. I think I'm gonna change it, man. If I don't change it, at the very least I could paint it. But I still think I'd rather put in a regular door, maybe even made of that same material. Just a full door, not split like this. It's kind of weird. Well, Neo is running really well. I even lowered the default graphics settings. When I installed the game, it was set to maximum quality at 1080p. This monitor is only 1080p, so that's what it has to be. But I lowered it, I set it to medium. I don't think there's any need for it to be that high. I'm not even used to graphics that high. I didn't turn on the FPS counter, but I'm sure it's locked at 60. It wasn't really supposed to be a performance test, it's just to see how things are. And it's really good. I won't be able to play the most current games, but that wasn't exactly what I wanted anyway. You guys probably noticed this crack here on the inside. That happened because the room was built separately from the house. There's no risk of the wall falling, but we're going to fix it. In fact, it was for safety that we put those reinforcements over there. We added some iron since my dad does that when the wall isn't strong. Now it's completely safe, but we'll fix its look later. Wow, a helicopter. It's rare for one to fly by here. You probably can't see it. Like I said, this time it was just the beginning of the room, the first things we could do. I'm not gonna promise that we'll do a lot of things quickly because most of it will require us to spend money. So that kind of slows things down. We did all this while spending very little. The only real investment was the window, but that's something I'll only need to buy once. In the last video, the case cost only 100 reais. The PC was pre-assembled and the graphics card was mine. We already had the monitor, a MAN Series 1120, MAN Horizon Z24, which still works after all this time. The lamp was also mine and inexpensive. I already owned the keyboard and mouse, so I just bought the mousepad. The desk didn't cost us anything because I got the tabletop from my aunt. And you saw how we made the base of the desk. The only expense here was the screws and these little pieces, which I think we didn't even spend 30 rays on. I don't even need to say how much I like the result. It turned out really good, maybe even better than I planned. My neck still hurts from all the work, but it was worth it. Thanks for watching until now, and thanks.